Yo, what's up, guys? Frankie Foresight here with another video, and this one is going to be about money and the way it's deluded people. And when they say money is the root of all evil, like, that saying isn't for no reason. There's a lot of truth behind that, and money has gotten to a lot of people's heads nowadays and inflated their egos. They think they're on top of the world because they've got money. If I take away everybody's thoughts of what money is and what money does and what you can get with money, then you really have nothing but some pieces of paper. And this is what some people have forgot. It has no real value other than the value that we assign to it. But that's besides the point, because in this video I'm going to talk about how money controls people, what people will do for it, and ultimately why this happens. The sun is very bright right now. It's gotten significantly warmer out, honestly. I live in the northern part of the United States, and it's only March. I believe the other day was March 21st, so it is the beginning of spring, but I don't remember it ever being this warm this time of year. It's been around like in the 50s and 60s this week. Anyways, where was I? Yes. So, clearly you need money to survive in the world. Clearly you need money to do certain things. Pay your rent, buy food. Some people, maybe you live on the street. You don't need money to do that. Maybe you can make your own food. You don't need money to do that. That, honestly, is somebody I would really consider free. That is true freedom. You literally don't need anything from anybody. You might even be to the point where you don't even need money. That's ultimate freedom. And when I get further into this video, you're going to see why that's going to come into play in the near future. So, like I said, money only has value because we assign it value. Some trucks on the main road over there. But as you guys have, if you live in the United States, or honestly if you live in any part of the world, because different parts of the world are starting to drop the US dollar because it's just fucking lost its value. Look at what they've done to the economy. They've pumped an insane amount of money into the economy with no goods or services being accounted for it, and now clearly we have fucking overinflation and we are literally in a depression, and they don't really want to admit that, but that's what it's come to. Prices are the highest they've ever been. I think gas is the highest it's ever been, as far as I know. Definitely in my lifetime, it's the highest it's ever been. And that's just gas. Don't even get me started about food prices, grocery prices, restaurant prices, everything. Everything's going up. Side note, interestingly, I'm not going to talk about that right now, actually. Anyways, so the US dollar is losing its value, and a lot of countries are beginning to, because that is the central currency of the world, the US dollar. That's where everything is traded through that. That's basically the reserve currency of the world. And they have done that. Like, these people are not stupid. This is all part of their plan, as well as this COVID bullshit, and this is part of the reason why they introduced this COVID stuff, so they can do just crazy stuff like this, like give random people thousands of dollars in stimulus checks unaccounted for, because they're not doing any work for it. They're not providing any services or goods to the country. So we just began printing money, essentially. Obviously, that leads to inflation. I know that, so clearly world leading economists know that. It was obvious that this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen from when they started this shit. And that's when I began investing in crypto. Anyways, like I said, they did this knowingly. They didn't fucking just do this for no reason, or just like do this and just hope everybody was happy and hope the economy didn't collapse or anything. They are literally purposely collapsing the economy. This also ties into what happened at Silicon Valley 2-3 weeks ago, and I believe another bank over there somewhere in California. These banks collapsed. This isn't for no reason. Literally a week before, or a week after they collapsed, was the date that the central bank currency system was supposed to introduce the ISO 20022 currency system, which is essentially the cryptocurrencies that are going to run the banking system, the new banking system, the new financial system. They plan to bank the unbanked, and these words literally come out of their mouths if you just pay attention. But they're slick with it. That's why you have to pay attention carefully to what they say. They plan to bank all of the unbanked people. So, and these are also words that came out of the mouth of Klaus Schwab. You will own nothing and you will be happy. I can point you in other directions as far as looking into smart cities and what they're going to be doing with these things. It is essentially complete control. They want complete control over people through the financial system, through the banking system. And everybody will be banked. You will have some sort of bank, whether it be in a chip inside of you, maybe in your phone. I am speculating on whether this Neuralink shit that Elon Musk is talking about, which that deserves a whole separate video or multiple videos on its own, because that's getting ridiculous at the moment, which I probably will make a video on that shortly. But as I said, I am speculating as to whether that is prophetically the mark of the beast. They say, or it says in the Bible. Again, we're not going to take the Bible completely literally, but because, as we know, the Bible speaks in parables and riddles, and it can be interpreted in many ways, both literally, astrotheologically, and historically, or a mix of the three of those. Anyways, where was I? Yes. Like I said, I began speculating whether that's possibly the mark of the beast. You may need that to buy or sell. They may force you to get this. And when you have a chip in your brain, let me know how easy it is to mind control you then, because they won't need all these finagling fucking magical tactics through your psyche when they literally have wires implanted into your brain. It will just be that much easier to control your mind and essentially have a big group of slaves. And that's what they want, because they just want to carry out their own plans. They don't They don't have any empathy. They're completely devoid of feeling for others or feeling for other people's needs. They're only, you are just what is the phrase I'm looking for? You are just basically materials to meet their ends, used to meet their ends. You're just material to them. And when all this CBDC stuff comes out and all the unbanked people are banked, look at what is happening in China right now with the social credit system. This is coming to the entire world. People might not believe me. People think communists or fucking China's communist. This is why this is happening over in China. This isn't a democracy over in the US. Just look at what's happening with all the vaccine stuff should tell you enough. This is clearly not a democracy. Clearly not, and it hasn't been for the past 50 to 100 years. But nobody wants to accept that. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, America, the land of the free." It's America, the land of the slaves. They never got rid of slavery. They never got rid of slavery. They just made it so you didn't know that it existed. The best slave is the slave that thinks he's free. And you think you're free because you have a lot of money. You're never truly free. You are never truly free until you escape the dollar. Because the money system has the shackles and chains on you. You're only truly free when you break away from that. And you can live on your own, away from all of that, without depending on money. Essentially, the money is, the government and the people who supply it. And ruin it, as they've done in the past 2 or 3 years. Crash the entire economic system. But, and yeah, I just actually recently quit my job, and my friend also quit his job, because these employers are, and this is another part, I forget where I heard this, I don't know, but they're trying to create conflict between the employers and employees. I wish I could give you guys a link or something to where I heard this, but I'm not sure exactly. So, take it for a grain of salt, do your own research. Don't take anything I say for 100% truth as anybody. You should have your own mind. That is the key to living in this world that we live in, because there's so much misinformation, so much of leading people astray, leading people off the path. Find your own path, do your own research, and most importantly, have your own mind, be autonomous, because you should not ever let anybody else think for you. Ever. Not me, not the president, not even your parents, your brothers, your sisters. Think for yourself. Use your own brain. And what was I saying? Yeah, they're trying to create a dissonance between the employers and employees, because this is going to inherently ruin businesses, small businesses. Big businesses are going to have control over the employees, because they can freely give out like incentives and stuff like this, money, because they have it to give. But small businesses, this is going to ruin. And matter of fact, I don't know about that. I was working for a small business, but my friend was working for a large bank actually, but yeah, they decided to fire him. He quit. He didn't get fired, he quit. But people just try to control you with money. They think because they're paying you a decent amount of money that they can be disrespectful, that they can treat you like a slave. They think that you will listen to anything that they tell you to do. They act like it makes me laugh fucking thinking of this, but they literally act like they are like superior to you, or like they are your god or something. Like you should worship them like they are your master. But not me, man. You're not my master. But I don't know. I laugh because it's so ridiculous when you actually just think about it and how the world works. But most of it is subliminal, and people don't really look into it as far as I do, or other people might, as I hope a lot of people on this channel do. It's important to look deeply into things because a lot of things are just sugar-coated today. A lot of people dress things up, and it's just not the way they are. But like I said, the only way you can truly be free is getting away from all of this financial system shit. And this will come into play. This actually will come into play 100% in the next few years when they release this new CBDC system, and you are literally forced to either be banked with these corrupt people and these tyrants, or be unbanked and not be able to buy or sell anything, so you have to make a living on your own. Or possibly we might have to go back to bartering with one another, the people that aren't with this shit. But as always, only time will tell what we have in store. Nothing's 100% set in stone. I just went over with you guys some of the stuff I've been speculating about. There was some true stuff in there, some factual stuff, but some of the stuff I said was speculative. So as I said, only time will tell what will truly happen, but I'm just letting you guys know that from what I've heard, prepare to live off the grid. Prepare to live on your own, or with your family, or just be prepared to not depend on anybody for anything. For food, for shelter, for water, for money, for enjoyment, for accompaniment, for socialization. You can't depend on anybody for anything. It's coming to those times where your dependability will determine your chances of just becoming another one of their slaves. So this was a little bit of a long video, but I think I gave a lot of good information. I kind of connected a lot of stuff I've talked about on this channel, and as I've said in here, we have other videos to do as well regarding the fucking Neuralink shit that Elon Musk has been talking about, and some other stuff I want to talk about as well that I've been thinking about over the past few weeks that I've been gone. So I'll probably make another couple videos tomorrow or something, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have a good one. Peace out.